Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Hello.
What's up?
Phone connected.
Alright, what's up, Blockheads? Got Captain Annie here with me. And we're gonna do a little test on these Sena Bluetooth communicators. You guys ask us about these things all the time. You're always like, how do you guys talk to each other? And this is how we talk to each other. We got these things mounted on the side of the helmets. Anna has a Sena 50R. I have a Sena 50S. And we're gonna connect via Mesh 2.0, which is one of their recent updates. Any of the info, if you guys want, like the communicators, if you want any of the updates, downloads, stuff like that, check out the links down in the description below. But today we're going to be focusing on testing these things out a little more, kind of doing more of a long-term review. So let's go ahead and connect up via Mesh, which is one quick press of a button.
Mesh intercom on.
And let's see how fast it takes to...
Open Mesh.
Hello.
Channel 1.
Immediately.
So fast.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on the road.
Connected.
All right, guys, watch out for sandhill cranes.
Yep.
As per that sign and as per Captain Anna.
This is exactly where I fell once upon a time.
Oh, is it? Like right here?
Right there.
Damn.
Like we just passed it. Because of sandhill cranes.
So, for those of you that don't know, Anna was riding and sandhill cranes just happened to decide to jump in front of her, which whenever she swerved to miss, you end up going off the road or something, right?
Yeah, I ended up veering off the road and then just like hit a pothole on a driveway and, you know, took a nap.
It happened a while back, but she joined the real biker club because she fell and she went down. So, what did your dad say? He was like proud of you or something?
Yeah, he was like, I'm so proud of you. You're a real biker now. My mom just shook her head.
Such like a mom and dad response.
Like I got a little bit of road rash on my arm. It's pretty cleared up now, but I was thinking about getting maybe a little cover up for it.
Tattoo?
And it would be the road sign that says wildlife crossing.
That's funny.
So we've been using the 50s for a few months now. We originally got them back in, I want to say March or April.
Man, it's been 7-8 months almost.
We've been using the Mesh 2.0 ever since then. And then recently, you know, our friends got hooked up with the HD speakers, you know, courtesy of Sena. Thank you guys for doing that. And they got to upgrade their 30s to, like I said, HD speakers, but also the Mesh 2.0. So now we've had the experience of using the 50s and the Mesh 2.0 for several months, along with connecting with our friends who are still on 30s. Just thought we could provide a little bit more valuable long-term review, more than just unboxing and riding for a little bit right out the box. Yeah, I've definitely put, I don't even know, a couple thousand miles on mine. One of the things I did want to like kind of address right off the bat is like a lot of people comment about the weatherproofing and like they ask if it's like water resistant. Dude, I've been in some absolute torrential downpours with this thing. For extended periods of time and no hiccups at all. Me too. Just a couple weeks ago, actually, I got stuck in the rain for about 40 minutes. Yeah. I had my Sena on the entire time, you know, got home, took it off, still working fine. I've never had any issue with it. And that's one of the things I asked Blockhead crew also, and, you know, all those guys, I mean, pretty much ride in the rain. I mean, it's Florida. You're going to ride in the rain here. And nobody's ever had any issues with it. So if you guys are worried about any, like, weather, like water issues, I wouldn't worry about it at all. We've definitely put them through their paces. As per that video that we did, we gave everybody the upgraded HD speakers, and then we also updated everybody to the newest firmware version, which opened up the Mesh 2.0. Everybody had lots of really great feedback to say. One of the biggest things is like the ease of connectivity. And so like, as you guys saw, whenever Anna and I were there in the garage, you know, I basically turned the mesh on and it connected immediately. Like, just, and it's almost like, it's almost so quick that it's sneaky, because like people will connect to mesh and like sometimes you won't get like a little notification sound that somebody's joined, and they'll talk and you're like, oh my god, like it scares you because you don't know that they're like, you know, essentially like in your helmet. Yeah, so maybe pro tip, you know, don't talk smack about your friends because they might be in your in the mesh already.
Yeah, they just so might happen to have Mesh 2.0. They're like on the down low and they're listening to you talk shit. I have heard of that happening to people before. I mean, maybe just don't talk shit about people unless you're like totally in private and you know it.
You know, good idea.
Life advice.
Pro life advice with Blockhead.
I am Speedy Gonzalez on that 883. Making me use this 131. All right, I see you.
And then you catch up in like half a second.
I'm telling you, we should trade bikes. Just try it out.
I'm almost afraid of its power though. Coming from an 883, going to the 131. Oh, watch out! Got some grass here.
Little Spanish mouse.
The voice quality is a lot better now. People always ask like, what Bluetooth communicator device do you recommend? My advice is always, what do your people ride with? You know, our crew, we all ride with Senas, but that's because we all have Senas.
Yeah.
And if we all had different brands and all of that, the chances that we could all communicate and, you know, chit-chat while we're all riding together is a lot lower.
Yeah, I know it's a little more difficult to make different brands kind of connect and communicate with one another. It is possible, but it is a little bit more difficult versus having the same brand. I mean, the pairing process is usually incredibly easy. Yeah. As with Mesh 2.0, the pairing process was, you know, effortless. One touch of a button. Like, I tried to pair with somebody that had a different brand one time, and I just could not get it to connect for some reason. But yeah, that
especially when you have more than just two people on the connecting.
Yeah, exactly. That does make a big difference. You know, who you ride with, you know, what your people have, you know, makes a big difference in what you should buy. Obviously, like Blockhead crew pretty much all has Sena, so I mean, it's what we use, and I've never had any issues with it. You know, it's like, I know there's a whole debate between Sena and other brands, but having no issues with the audio clarity and the ease of use, I see no reason to switch or try anything else. You know, if I'm not going to throw a wrench in the system and be like, oh yeah, guys, I'm going with a different brand, and then like I'm the only one and everybody else is riding and talking and, you know, able to like ride in a group and be like, hey, sand in the upcoming corner or something like that, and I'm just like listening to music and can't hear anybody. Being able to talk, like, that's another one of the huge perks of you know, Bluetooth communicators, being able to talk. And, you know, if you're connecting with the person at the front, if you're doing a group ride, or even just, you know, Anna and I here, she let me know about the Spanish mouse on the road back there.
Yeah,
it's an absolute game changer when it comes to riding.
It really is, and it does make it more fun. You know, before we had Senas, I was very much of the opinion that I was like, no, I just want to hear the sound of my motorcycle and the wind hitting my helmet. And then I got a Sena. I purchased your old 20S at the time. Yeah. And had music playing. I was like, man, I can never go back to not, you know, having anything going on.
Yeah. Being able to listen to music. Being able to listen to music is definitely, I don't know, it makes it such a different experience while
riding. Can you see this right here?
Okay.
I had a butterfly fly into me.
Ooh, kamikaze butterfly.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Or pieces, probably. Well, and speaking of clarity of voice, now with the Mesh 2.0, the quality has substantially improved.
Oh yeah.
You know, and it was okay before, but I can honestly say it's so much clearer now. I can understand people so much better when they're on Mesh, and I don't have to keep messing with my volume. Sometimes, you know, someone would be super loud, sometimes someone would be super quiet.
I keep kind of having to turn you down a little bit even. New HD speakers, much gooder.
Much gooder. Before, I used to ride with my volume cranked all the way up, and I still couldn't hear people sometimes.
Yeah.
Some other questions I've seen interspersed in the comments have been, can you fit a Sena on your Ruroc helmet? The answer is yes, clearly. We both have Senas on our Rurocs, and we both have different size Rurocs. So.
Yeah, you're medium or small? I can't remember.
I am a small.
Small. Yeah. And yeah, I'm an XL, so you know, fits fine on mine. Fits fine on hers.
I once saw a comment that said, how do you even listen to it when you have your earplugs in? I don't wear earplugs.
On that note, though, if you do want to wear earplugs, I talked about these in one video on the trip that I went up with Jess and Greg to John Maxwell's up in Georgia. they make these things called plug phones. The Sena, the bottom of the unit that actually attaches to the helmet, has this auxiliary port that you can plug headphones into, your standard like 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. And so they make these, Sena doesn't make these, but a different company makes these things called plug phones, and they're earplug headphones, which is pretty badass. So you basically get to hear anything through your Sena, from music to communication to, you know, phone commands, whatever it may be. The mic still works like it normally would, but it blocks out the wind and any like additional loud noise, which makes it way more bearable to be able to like do long distance. I mean, that was an absolute saving grace when we rode to Georgia. Like, I couldn't have done it without those plug phones. And then music, you know, like I'm listening to podcasts, I'm listening to music on the way up, you know, it helps, you know, kind of occupy your mind so that you're not just like sitting there with wind noise. There's probably going to be a bunch of old school bikers out there that are like, just listen to the sound of the pipes, that's music. I'll do what I want, thanks.
I do what I want.
You're not my real dad.
Can't tell me what to do.
You were about to say it.
Yeah.
You're not even my real dad. In this ride, though, we do want to test the distance of them. Do you have like a long straight road back over in here that we could try them out? And then I'll just like stop and you can just go and go and go. And then whenever we lose connection, you can stop and I'll reset my trip and we'll see how far it is. So I'm actually surprised by the range. Yeah, it's one of the things that Eric and Greg commented about as well. But usually like whenever you start to separate off from somebody in the group and they're still connected, once they get like a certain distance, they get all staticky. They were riding and somebody had separated from the group and they could hear them like way further than normal with the new update in the firmware in the Mesh 2.0. If you're like downtown and there's like buildings and stuff in between you, obviously there's going to be lots of interference, so you're not going to have like as long of range. If you've got like an unobstructed, just open, clear line of sight, it's going to be much better, but
yeah.
It's kind of how
and
it is.
also remember, the more people you have connected, the more volatile your connection gets. So
yeah.
We did do a ride with, and this was before the most recent update, but we did a ride with, I think there were 10 or 11 people on the connection.
That was a shit show. But everybody was connected.
True. Everybody was connected, and it was nice because, you know, you're able to warn other people, you know, like we mentioned about stuff on the road. But just remember, if you have 10 people hooked up, it's easy to get disconnected or to have it become a little more staticky just because of the sheer amount of people on the connection. Yeah,
I think it only allows like 3 or 4 people to actually talk at a time. Like I was saying, it's useful in a group that size because, you know, like in that ride that we did that, where we had all those people connected, Anna was in the front, you know, I was in the very back. She would say like, all right, we're taking a ride up here, or there's gravel in the road, or whatever it may be. Or like, I'd be able to tell her like, okay, cool, we all made it through that stop sign, or we all made it through that light. And then like, if you're on the interstate or highway and, you know, everybody's riding in like a group and you need to get over, like the person in the back can basically say like, okay, cool, like I'll block this car and then like let everybody in or something like that. It allows for a lot more like strategy while riding. Having communication, being able to like talk to somebody versus rely on hand signals is just a massive difference. Saying like, hey, I'm low on gas, I need gas, versus having to like ride up beside you, like point to my gas tank. Yeah, it's like
what does that mean? It's trying to communicate, I just know it.
Yeah. She's trying to say something. What is it?
What is it, lassie?
Like, I need more explosive liquid dinosaurs.
Oh, pony.
There's a couple little miniatures out there.
Why are miniature versions of things just so much cuter than regular size versions of things?
Right. If we only had the miniature version of things, would they still be cute, or do we just have to have a normal size thing in order for it to be cute?
More miniature versions of those.
Yeah. So the minis were the standard, and we had mini-minis. Would the mini-minis be cute and the regulars not cute?
Well, if the minis were standard, they wouldn't be called minis. They would just be called standard.
It's blunt.
That's more like it.
That's definitely one of those thoughts. Oh man, I'll go on a freaking just down the rabbit hole with those like hits blunt memes.
Yeah, some of those are so funny.
Oh yeah.
You want to pull over up here after we do this little curve?
Sure.
There's nowhere really good to pull over. Unless we want to go on someone's driveway, but I don't want to get shot.
This is Florida, the gunshine state. Man, it's so nice riding out here.
It is, isn't it? Like, no stop signs, no traffic. Brennan and Dale 2020. Bolts and hose.
Oh, really? Is that what it said?
Yeah.
Nice. They'd get my vote. All right, so I'm gonna go to my trip B, reset that B. God, I'm dumb. I'm gonna pull over on the sidewalk here so I'm not like obstructing anybody exiting.
Bye. Hope you find your dad.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Thanks, Mr. Narwhal.
So should I sing a song and that's how you'll know how far I'm going?
That's how we'll know the range. Goodbye. Bring me back something French.
So clear.
Yep.
Can you still hear me?
Oh yeah, loud and clear.
Loud and clear. Let's see, if we were to go with songs, the first song to come to mind is like, my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Damn right, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours.
Wow, look at all these cars waiting to pick up your kids.
I can teach you, but I have to charge. Sorry, I'm still on the milkshake song.
Wow, I can still hear you.
Dude, loud and clear. You're at the stop sign. Holy shit.
I am at the stop sign.
All right, UPS truck in between us.
Oh.
See, that you get a little bit of interference whenever the UPS truck pulled in between us.
I'm gonna keep going.
Are you just going straight, or where are you going? Oh, sounds like that's about it. See, you're out of line of sight, so I can't see anymore. So the stop sign is pretty much it. Let's see how far it is. Just past the stop sign. It basically went over the hill. So I mean, it was basically like earth separating. I think it's her up there. So we're looking at about 0.5. Stop.
Pulled over, waiting for you.
Yo. So yeah, we're looking at like 0.6 miles. And the thing that separated us was like the earth. So I think if we still had line of sight, it would probably have been okay.
So how much was that?
0.6 miles. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Welcome back to the Anna and Aaron garage.
It's messy.
Back from Z-Ride, but I would really want to flex it a bit more in terms of like the distance test.
Yeah.
Just because, like I said, I think the only reason we lost connection is because you like kind of crested over that hill. As long as you're like within line of sight, like you're usually pretty good. If there's some stuff in between you, like traffic, you know, you're okay.
Personally, for my final, several months review that I've been using it, definitely great piece of equipment to have. I don't ever ride without my Sena now.
Yeah.
Ever since I got one, always have it on me. Except when it's dead and I forgot to charge it. As you know, Aaron rides, and it's so much easier and better to be able to communicate or even just listen to music, and it's so clear. You can turn on the setting to where you can listen to music, be able to talk at the same time, or have, if you have your map going, you can have the instructions come through from your phone and, hear that.
The easiest way to sum it up is that it revolutionizes like your riding experience for the better. So
totally.
And if you're riding with people, being able to talk to them is just such a game changer. So would highly recommend. There's lots of different models out there at different price points. So if you guys are looking to not spend as much, they've got like the redesigned 5CE or the
5S, I think.
5S, yeah.
It's nice now.
Yeah. So all sorts of different models. They've all got like kind of different spec options and stuff. So you guys be sure to check out the link down in the description below if you're interested in any of that. Otherwise, that wraps up the review. Nothing but good things to say, to be honest. Every now and then, I guess one of the criticisms, just to throw one of those in there, is that whenever we are connecting like with Mesh 2.0, something that I found is that sometimes like if we had a larger group, like it would pair you and me, and then it would pair like two other people. Like if there was 4 of us, it would pair you and me, and then it would pair them, and it's like, okay, like why is Mesh not connecting to them? And I don't know of a way except like through the app to kind of like change that. So like if you don't, like, be sure to download the app if you get it, just because you're going to have more ability to like kind of control your connection settings and stuff like that with that. Other than that, I've had 0 issues with it. So good job, Sena. Appreciate you working with us as always. And if you guys have any questions, be sure to drop them down in the comments below. I'll answer to the best of my knowledge. Anna probably knows more than me, so we'll get Anna in on the comments as well. Once again, big thanks to Captain Anna. Appreciate you. And y'all be sure to go give her a follow. Instagram at Captain Anna. Link also down in the description below. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it was insightful. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button. Hitting the thumbs up helps out the channel a lot. If you're not subscribed, hit subscribe. Hit the bell icon so it sends you notifications of future uploads and activity. Until next time, ride safe, stay vigilant. Catch you guys in the next one. Deuces. Oh, ew, that finger is all messed up. Deuces. You're just standing there like waiting.